Hey everybody, welcome. It is mid-month motivation with Louise and Jocelyn. So how are you doing, Jocelyn?
I'm good. It's been a long day for both of us, I think.
Oh my goodness. This is, really. It has been a really long day for me. So I am now officially on vacation.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, I'm so excited. So we'll see who is coming in the chat tonight. Oh, Liz is here.
Hello,
And
hello,
Sally
hello.
is here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to an evening of knitting, let me tell you. It has been one of those days.
It's been nice and cool here today, so I've been taking advantage of it.
I told Jocelyn as soon as, because I literally got home 9 minutes ago. And then I was sitting down here and as I was typing things in to get things live to stream, I said to him, like, oh my gosh, I said, I forgot to comb my hair. Like, yep. Like, oops, oh, well, it's all about priorities, right? Chatting, knitting, hair brushing, what are you going to pick? So how is everybody? It is mid-month. So Jocelyn and I, so anybody who is new here, if you guys are just joining us for the first time tonight, Jocelyn and I always chat the first Thursday night of the month, and we check in to see what kind of, that is our progress month. That is, we picked projects from the month before, we've given ourselves the month, we've checked in the first Thursday night of the month to see if we have worked on the projects, if we've remembered what they are, if we took them out of the project bag, if they're all done. It can range the whole gamut.
The key is that we don't tell anybody, which means even though Louise literally is like on 2 other podcasts and I'm on another podcast, it's all done in the background. So none of the work we do counts for any content except for like that one Thursday a month.
That's right. So nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
And with us, it is totally random because, with a lot of other podcasters, they always have their projects finished. So they come on and show beautifully finished garments. With us, it is a total crapshoot. It's like, it could be finished. We could not even have found the project bag. Or that's maybe me, not so much Jocelyn. That's me. So
I have forgotten one project entirely.
Well, you just never know what you're going to get when you tune in to that first Thursday of the month podcast.
It's
so
true.
Tonight, it is just grab your knitting, get comfy, and chat about knitting. And it's also a good reminder of what projects we said we were going to do. And a good reminder for Jocelyn and I that if we haven't started working on them, we typically usually have about 2 weeks from now until
boy, do we ever need to get going if we have not started.
Well, I think I said something crazy like finishing 2 socks.
Yes, we talked you into it because it was very reasonable, because it's not 2 socks, it's a sock pair and a sock.
Yeah,
it's technically 3 individual socks, and you'll have 2 pairs when you're finished.
You're right, which will be fantastic.
Doable.
So, and maybe
you went through the first 2 rounds of Sock Madness. You can totally do 2 socks in a month.
I totally could. And maybe I have. Maybe I'm sitting here. Maybe I have 1 pair already finished.
Well, I said I was casting on 2 new projects, so it was just casting them on and seeing how much progress I got for the month. So everybody will find out. Literally the 1st of September. Did I cast on my blanket? Did I start that new t-shirt? You don't know. I know, but you don't know.
I'm just looking up here. Oh my gosh, you guys. You would think I could be a little more organized. I have half dead flowers up here. Can I turn them like this? Does that look a little better? My carnations have lasted really, really well. I treated myself to fresh flowers.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, maybe almost 2 weeks ago. And so some of them I should have gotten rid of. But anyways, those ones look not too bad. So I'll just trying to turn the past of their best ones around.
I treated myself to a pot of tea.
That sounds good. I'm hoping to treat myself to some yarn this week.
Ooh.
I'm on vacation and I'm not, going anywhere. So I figure what I would normally spend, gas, hotel, eating out,
Yeah,
could be used for a little bit of yarn shopping, right?
absolutely.
Yeah. So nothing
Just
really.
hear people in chat going, don't encourage her to buy more yarn. Jocelyn, sure, absolutely. You need more yarn, go get more yarn. I'm not going to tell you no.
Oh, Nikki asked, what's on my Swift? Oh, so you know what? This is the yarn that I dyed with it's Patton's Croy sock yarn. And I dyed it with the Jacquard acid dyes and it's teal. So this is going into my Orange Crush shawl.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because you were going to make more than a one skate. Oh, I didn't bring mine from the living room. I was going to show you the progress on mine.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw your picture that you posted today. It's looking great. Okay, so this is like a tangled mess.
Oh, I've seen those before in real life. Oh, I hate it when that happens.
This is what happens when I had it in a project bag and then it came out of the project bag and it just got in my bag without the project bag. And anyways, but I don't think there are stitches off the needle. It's just part of the problem is I have there we go. I have a 47-inch cord, which may be a little excessive, but it was the only empty cord that I could find. And I've got remember these crazy needles? I think I showed these probably Monday night.
Oh, yes.
These crappy, I shouldn't say crappy, but they're not good. And Knitpicks doesn't even sell them anymore. So that tells you how bad they are because they do break. They were selling these acrylic needle tips and they were not good. They will just break. But that was what I found in a 5mm that I needed for my Orange Crush shawl so I could get it off the straight needles because it was getting too long for the straights. I was worried that I was going to start losing some stitches. So it has now got a super, super duper long cord on here. So hello, everybody who is in here chatting. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing something about, did I see Tim Hortons or was that just me imagining donuts or something?
Why? I live within walking distance of a donut shop called Oh Donuts and Bronuts. Why in the world, when I could get really good donuts, would I buy Tim Hortons donuts? Heck, I live within walking distance of a Safeway. I would rather eat Safeway donuts.
See, I like Tim Hortons donuts. I'm okay with Tim Hortons donuts, but yeah, if I lived beside just a regular bake shop,
those are specifically donut shops. That's not counted bakeries.
Okay, well then that's the place to go. There is this fantastic bake shop. So in St. Mary's, the town that I grew up in, where my sister-in-law Angela has her pottery store, Zenfire Pottery, and my niece Lauren works at the little indie bookshop. There is a new bake shop that has opened, and oh my goodness,
bakery stores, favorite places on the planet.
My gosh, I would go out of my way to go
my
there.
natural trade. My favorite trade, bake store.
They're so good, so good.
Bakeries.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so who all is here? I see Liz and Sally and Susanna and Karen and Tammy and Asa, the birthday girl. Autumn, Tracy, Katie and Melanie. Oh, is it? And then another Tracy.
We've got a good crowd today.
And Jen. And Nikki and Lynn and Roseberry Crafts. Roseberry Crafts. I can't remember what your name is. So hello, everybody. And yeah, I think that's who I see in the chat. So if anybody else is, just say, oh, Catherine is here. If you guys are here, just say hello in the chat so we know that you're
absolutely
you're here. I know it's hard. You can't chat and knit at the same time.
It is interesting on the Monday nights when I'm in the chat. I don't reply very often because I'm busy knitting.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I'm like, I'm listening. When Louise says a thing with a prompt and a stuff, I'll answer. But there's no way I haven't over the course of time we've been doing New Start Mondays missed a ton of people asking me questions in chat. I just haven't seen them.
Well, I know. And that's why I try to read out all of the, sometimes as many of the questions as I can, because I know people aren't necessarily reading all the chat because you're paying attention to your knitting, because you want this to be a productive knitting night. You don't want it to be one where you knit 5 rows and have to pull out 4 because you didn't count to 3 or something, or your seed stitch got mucked up or something, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and Tracy's making dinner. So yes.
As I sit here work knitting.
Oh, so did I see here?
Gotta be as productive as possible.
That's right. Okay, so what is this? Oh, Melanie said that was her with Timmy's. You start work. You start work there on Monday.
Sweet.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a good company to work for.
Yeah. Well, you got to have pretty good job security, because how many other stores, companies, restaurants do they literally have the drive-through line back onto the street blocking traffic? That's not very often do you go there and the drive-through is empty. So that'll be good. That'll be a great job. Plus, I don't know, you maybe would get tired of the donuts, would you? I don't know. I bet I would be willing to give that a try. I don't know if I would get sick of the donuts or not. Anyways.
I suspect it's probably like any other restaurant or food service industry job that after a while you can't handle, you can't. And it's not because the food's a problem, it's just because it's every day.
Yeah, without a break. Yeah.
Without a break, yeah.
Well, and I know my daughter worked at Tim Hortons for a while, and what got her was the smell of her clothes. Her uniform, when she would come home, it would smell like Tim Hortons. It would smell like donuts. Yeah. And she just couldn't handle that smell all the time.
Yeah, I was a short order cook for a while. It was a decade plus before I touched fried chicken.
Yeah, I could see that.
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And even now I can do fried chicken, but it is very rarely. Because all I would do was the Sunday brunch, and it's just you couldn't keep up on the fried chicken. And it just, ugh.
I could see that. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe that's exactly what I need. Maybe I do need to go work at Tim Hortons for a while, just so
you have your donut addiction.
It's with my job. It's a lot of people, that's what they want to do, right? Is they want to go for coffee. So lots of times I can be at Tim Hortons at least once every day, sometimes twice.
Oof. So it's not my idea of a good coffee shop.
Well, it's cheap, right? And they're on every third corner practically.
I know there's one between me and my pharmacy, and my pharmacy's only, well, a regular human could walk it in 5 minutes. It takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to walk the distance. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to take a peek here. And
absolutely. Literally just knitting long rows of lace.
Oh, are you? That's not a bad thing.
It isn't, because I like really big shawls. I also hate how long the rows get towards the bottom of a shawl, but it doesn't stop me from making big shawls. So I just won't wear the smaller ones.
I like bigger shawls. So Asa is making fun of me, but that's all right. I was actually thinking the exact same thing today, Asa. Asa said I could save yarn or save money on yarn shopping if I use the yarn that I bought when I was over there visiting her, because I do have a beautiful stash of Norwegian yarn. And I was actually thinking that that's exactly what I should pull out next.
Absolutely.
I have looked at it long enough that now it is ready to be knit. I know I'm hoping that I will get a lot of organizing done and I will find my projects, my needles. I have high hopes for this week, you guys.
I have a State of the Whip live on Sunday. So we're about to see a parade of current existing whips for me on the Northern Knits podcast. So I'm about to very plainly see what I have on my needle. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I have to make some decisions on Sunday.
That's exciting.
Make some decisions.
So what is everybody else working on? So I've got,
I suppose I should talk about what I'm working on. Hey,
my shawl. Yeah. Did you hold it up?
I am, because every once in a while I'm pushing the thread around. It might be a cool 21 Celsius here, but it's kind of a muggy 21 Celsius because there's still a lot of water there. I just literally have had so many days where it's like 29 or 30 before the humidity, like all week, and I'm desperate to have fresh air, so I have the windows open.
See, and your weather comes to us, right? So the 30-degree humidity that you had has now come here because it was a warm day again here today.
Ugh, summer is nowhere near dead. I'm working on the latest shawl design.
That is beautiful.
So it's got some lace going on.
Ooh.
So I'm just doing the big lace section now. So it's going to be a top-down triangle. So I am slowly making my way through the lace. And then I've got one more like edge section at the bottom because it's night sky themed.
Oh yeah.
And then a bind off to do. But I'm at the point now where I'm like 300 plus stitches per row. So like a row takes a while now.
What are you knitting that out of?
This is out of some Red Heart Sparkle Roll With It yarn.
Yes. Isn't it funny? There was a girl at Knitting Club today using that same yarn, but hers was in blues and pinks or something like that.
It's a really pretty acrylic. Yeah. And I want to just sort of buff out. I get a bunch of pattern designs out, but I don't necessarily always want them on very expensive yarn.
Yeah.
I want people to see that it can certainly be done if you have a budget.
Right.
It's totally feasible to still make pretty things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's see. Oh, Vancouver's in a heat wave, Tracy's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's August. It's gonna be hot in spots all over the place.
Yeah, I want it to be that perfect weather. I want it to be nice. I want it to be summer. I want it to be warm, but I don't want heat warnings and crazy where you can't breathe kind of heat.
I want snow piles and -20.
Yeah, no, see, that's too far the other way.
Snow piles, -20. But my ideal day is a snowfall day. We have snowfall all day.
That's pretty.
Light and like -20-ish.
But see,
you gotta wear all of your good wool stuff.
You are just setting the scene for the perfect Hallmark Christmas movie.
Sure, I mean like permanently all the time, but yes, Hallmark Christmas movie. More snow than they put on the Hallmark Christmas movies, because unless they're doing those generic panoramic scene shots, there's like no snow.
Yeah, well, because they are filming in like what, July or something, right?
Sometimes they film in Winnipeg because we have the old streets, right? Like we've got the historic district.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, Fishing the Dot. Hi, stopped and say hi and give thumbs up. I like thumbs up. Thumbs up are good. Jen says she has cast on 3 sweaters in the past 2 weeks.
Woo.
I love that.
Finished any of the sweaters in the last 2 weeks, or are we just going crazy with the cast-ons?
I'm sure there'll be finishes, next week. We all know Jen. She is super, super speedy.
She is. Oh, did you guys decide what you're gonna do for that missing month for the Fiber Friends for the challenge? Because you have like next month decided, right? Because like this month's the Orange Crush shawl.
This is Orange Crush. We haven't. No, I was all set to pick out last week for the September challenge, and she said, no, let's give everybody one more week. And so we're going to decide Saturday. So,
I mean, I don't know what the options are, but I know I suggested like a new to you designer or a BIPOC designer, and somebody with the focus amount. So I'm intrigued to see what you guys pick.
Well, me too, because I like all the ideas, but I love that idea of the designer. And I think we're definitely going to do that because I want to do that. I think we should do that. I think the Fiber Friends should do that. So, and I know Cheryl thought it was a great idea too. So I guess we'll see if it happens for.
I won't lie. It's that way I can cheat and just work on one of my own designs because I'm Métis, so it would count.
Well, I know.
So I technically could do my work knitting and count it.
Absolutely, because
it's a 2-for-1, and that's my only thought. That's why I'm like, oh, I hope it's BIPOC. Oh, I hope it's BIPOC.
That is definitely my go-to.
I'm lazy, guys. I am lazy. Who will admit this?
Because then that includes your patterns. It includes Nikki's patterns.
Yeah, it includes a lot of people. Like not everybody is going to be either very, very visibly BIPOC or very loud about it. Like there's a lot of designers that I follow that are very clearly not white, that make beautiful patterns. But if you read into their about page, then you'll find out, like I think it's a petite knitter is Inuit. I love her color work stuff. It's so freaking gorgeous. So sometimes you really got to look and see what's going on, or like a size accessibility where it's like you can't knit a pattern unless it does like 34 through 62 inches. Like something to sort of put those focuses in the spotlight, and instead of us doing good mouth words, actually putting our money where our mouth is and supporting those designers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so so I would, that's kind of where my vote's going. And then there was other people were talking about gift knitting.
You should have been gift knitting in July, people. You should have started last month.
Well, I know you're right. You're right. That's why we need to do it soon. But so there's gift knitting. Then a few people were talking this week about doing charity knitting.
Charity knitting is another really big one. I'm talking with one of the cat sanctuaries here in the city to see if they might like cat blankets crocheted up for them. So like I might do something along those lines of that. But like, oh yeah, charity knitting is a great way to do things. You have to be careful because some places have requirements. Obviously, like if you're knitting hats for babies in hospitals, there are rules and only certain types of yarn you can use for obvious reasons. But it just depends on what you do. I've done some scarves and stuff for, because there's that scarf drive that we have in the city here. People run it and you wrap the scarves around the trees for people to take. I tend to donate old shawls I don't wear anymore to that.
That's a good,
Rather than just having it here staring me down.
That's great. See, and I really like the idea of the charity knitting, and then including a little bit, like show us what you're knitting, what the yarn is, but then talk a little bit about where you're going to donate it.
Yeah,
as well, right?
Yeah, I do, because I do a lot for the senior citizens. Because they tend to, let's be honest, they're ignored. Like they're put in homes and they're ignored by their family and by everyone else. So I tend to do a lot in the way of gift cards and small gifts for them during the Christmas season because they don't have any money.
Yeah, and we'll see, and that's nice. I know it's good for them to have a little something to look
because I arbitrarily measure my lace to see if I have to do more lace. The answer is I have to do more lace.
I lovely. So, oh, so okay. So let's see here. So Asa said, since she test knits Jocelyn's pattern, she's all in. So you're that's what you're voting for.
Someone may have made a snarky comment to me about how she didn't have the post-it notes worth of versions for the shawl with no name. I may have literally wrote her a post-it note version of the shawl with no name and sent it to her.
Oh, Melanie's heading to bed. Yeah, Melanie. So
Nice.
she said yeah, she's been up since 5:30 and it's almost 9 o'clock. So
Whoa,
yeah.
that's early. Well, that just means 9 o'clock's your bedtime, which
Yeah,
legit.
exactly.
Super legit. I'm up late tonight because it's Critical Role night.
Oh, yes, that's right. For you. Yeah. Nikki says it's her birthday, September 7th, and she'll have all her patterns on sale, 40% off because she'll be 40 years old.
Why not? That makes total sense.
The first week of September. So, okay, so everything's gonna be on sale. So okay, make note of this, you guys. Nikki's shop, the first week of September, 40% off. Wow, that's amazing. So, okay, let me read the rest of it. Blah, 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 the first week of September. So if it is a BIPOC designer month, people can enjoy a discount also. Well, that would be,
You know what
or,
that does? It could be a BIPOC indie yarn dyer too,
oh,
because it just says BIPOC. Like
yeah,
nothing says
well,
it has
yeah.
to be the designer. It could be like Rose Hill. Like that could be your justification for ordering.
Absolutely. Well, or you know what?
That just occurred to me, by the way. If anybody just saw the light bulb go off over top of my head, my brain just went, wait a minute.
I like that thinking.
Wait
well, I don't know.
minute.
Cheryl and I'll have to figure out what month we're going to slot all this into. But regardless, I think everybody.
I think all the suggestions were great, and it gives you guys a collection to draw from. So you know,
exactly.
You aren't always doing the same one every month.
Yeah,
every year.
I like doing some of them the same every month.
Other than February.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I like knowing that February is the 2-week sweater. Like that is just, that's it. I like
that's what we do in February.
July is yarn dyeing.
Already planning this coming February. We can't change this February.
Nope, can't change that.
Change this February.
Change that one. So
I think we need to rope Cheryl and Diana in. That's what I think we need to do.
I think we.
That's what I think we need to do. I can already hear Diana telling me no now.
Live a little bit, Diana. Just do it.
She wants to do another bulky sweater, another bulky Stone Warrior sweater anyway. So
yeah, just do it. I know. I can hear Cheryl saying no as well. But that's what we will work on. But it would be so fun. But so anyways, what I was going to say is regardless of when we do the BIPOC designer, is go buy Nikki's patterns.
Yeah, save some money.
And have them in your library.
Absolutely.
Have them in your library for when it does come around, right?
I keep looking outside because I keep hearing things.
Oh yeah, you always have all kinds of stuff going on, right?
I have a very, very, oh man, it is also just.
Oh, Sally. Oh, I kind of like this idea. Sally said we should have a wild card month. Make whatever you want.
Yeah, that would be nice and wide and open.
Yeah, just
declare on the 1st of the month and see if you get it done by the 30th of the month or 31st of the month. Since we've already disregarded February as an option because that's the sweater challenge month.
That's right. So I know, and the ones I like to keep the same: February sweater, April is socks, July is yarn dyeing.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. And then vary up the rest of them. That makes total sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Christmas is kind of. Oh,
by the time you get December, you have either actually been doing your crafting since July and there is no Christmas crafting left for you except for fun stuff, or you haven't been crafting in your panic crafting all of December anyway.
That's right.
There's really only 2 ways for people to do December, so it doesn't make much sense to make that like a Christmas month.
No, like not a craft or like
not a craft or gift month or anything. Maybe November you could do like a winter themed.
Well, November has been mitts, which I kind of like that idea.
Mitts are always good in November.
So yeah, so we'll fill in a few, but we'll see. We'll decide.
Because I know people. There's only one of 2 ways. You're either me and you're done Christmas making anything the 1st of December outside of snacks and food for Christmas Day,
Yeah,
or you're knitting to Christmas Eve
yeah.
into Christmas Day.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Or you're like me, and yes, you stay up till 2 a.m. on Christmas
That's it.
Eve.
That's how
Fine.
it works. I've never met a person who's in between those two. Or they do, I'm sorry, there's a third person, the one that doesn't gift knit at all for Christmas. They don't do it. They don't want the stress.
Yeah.
Also valid option. Also valid option.
Well, you know what I want to do this year. I don't have it within arm's reach, but do you remember my snowman that I needle felted
Yes, I
a
do.
couple of
I
months
do.
ago?
Yeah, he was
I
cute.
I really, really liked that because it was relatively simple, because I don't do super, super good with all the tiny, tiny detail. You know, like when you see people that are like these works of art, when people are doing needle felting, like they look like real animals, right?
Yep.
That is not my forte. Like I am not that.
It's not your happy place?
No, I don't have the patience. I don't know. That's not my thing. But I liked doing the snowman because it was very minimal, tiny, tiny detail, right? I mean, you made 2 balls and a scarf, you know, but I thought I liked it because I got the fun of doing the needle felting. It was a little creative. It was something a little different, and I had fun. And I thought I would really like every year do one more snowman, but do it a little different, you know, do a bigger size one, a smaller size, put a hat on it, a toque.
Crochet one.
Yeah, do something a little different. So every year I could just grow my felted snowman family.
Yep.
What
I
I'd like to do.
remember one year when we were making the niece's advent calendar, because she doesn't get store-bought advent calendars, she gets handmade ones.
Yeah.
I was asked to fill a couple of days, and so I made some crocheted snowmen, and I made matching hats, like toques and scarves for them to have. And my mom looked at me and she's like, "So where's mine?" I went, "Cool." So then I made 2 more snowmen. So my mom could have them.
Well, see, I know that's the thing, right? If everybody starts to want them, you'll have to keep making. So Sally, you're right. So Sally said, "Isn't ornaments in December?" Yes, and it will stay. I think, like, because
ornaments make sense.
Yeah, so yeah, so it will be. It will always be ornament month, I think, for December, because then that's something small. It can't like it could be more snowflakes, right?
Well, yeah, and if you like to collect a different ornament every year to mark the year,
yeah,
for your tree, like then that's a good way of doing that.
Yeah,
because then you'll over the years slowly make a handmade Christmas tree.
yeah.
So that all of your ornaments are handmade after a set period of time.
You know, and that's also a good time for doing the Christmas balls, right? Like if that's what if you are doing like the Arna and Carlos Christmas balls, or there's
I have that book.
Patterns. Yeah, I do too. I love the book. Have I knit very many out of it? No, but I like the book.
Any out of it.
I just like the book. It just like set out on the coffee table during Christmas time, and it could just be a coffee table book.
It could. My current coffee table book for Christmas is actually my textbook from my history of Christmas course.
What?
That I took when I was in university.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend at the time listened to Christmas music from September through December.
Oh, that might even be a little bit much for me.
She was worried by the end of by Christmas she was done. I made it, but that was a decade plus of training in retail. That's why it was easy enough for me to do. Also, it was all of my favorite Christmas music. So like the playlist was the stuff I liked. And it forced me to go far afield to find new Christmas music. So I didn't have any of the generic mall Christmas music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I had my own curated list.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boxing Day, I was happy to put that music away. I was done, but I don't really listen to a lot of Christmas music Christmas Day, because my family prefers to have the TV on, which I've never understood. I'm not into TV. It's not a big thing for me.
No, definitely not on Christmas Day. But anyways, I know everybody's got their own traditions, right? Oh, yeah. So Anne says get her done. Yeah, the get her done one is always a popular one. We have to keep that. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of 50-50.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think that's okay because there's ones that everybody likes.
And you don't want to repeat what you've already done once this year.
No,
You
I
would
think
want,
once
do
in a year.
once in a year makes sense.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, Liz is counting 128 days till Christmas.
Sure. I have no idea. It's like 20 some odd weeks. We were trying to do the math the other day because it was like episode 280. So we were trying to figure out where we would be for the Northern Knits podcast, where we would be when episode 300 happened. And we figured somewhere around Christmas. So there's like 22, 24 weeks left or something.
Time's flying. Time is flying. Okay, yeah, I better figure out my Christmas. Kidding.
That's why I'm panicking now because I do not want to be panicking in December. I have enough on my plate at the end of the year. I do not need that stuff. I do not need that stuff.
So then maybe Christmas gift knitting
is November.
should be September to get me
everybody geared up. Yeah.
I don't know. It's
well, the blanket that won for the secret knitting this month is actually the second, and it's the second of 3 knits for Christmas gifts this year. So the balloon sleeve cardigan is done.
Yes, I saw that. I think
that's
you
ready.
That, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, it's ready to go into the dye pot, and then once it's overnight, I'll sew it together. My sister requested a couch throw, and I'm trying to knit my mom a pair of socks. So it's her birthday today. She's out getting cake.
Oh my gosh, that's the 3rd birthday then. Oh, okay. So speaking of birthdays, everybody. Is Asa still here, right? She must be sitting back, relaxing,
chilling, knitting, trying to catch up to me in this pattern so she can ask me for the next section before I'm ready. I know her.
Okay. Well, it is Asa's birthday today. I have already saying happy birthday to her once.
Yes.
But
I saw.
So I think I should, who doesn't want to hear me sing twice in one day?
I'm pretty sure if they exist, they're not here. I think like everybody's here. Super happy to hear you sing twice in one day.
Yeah, probably everybody else I've scared away already, right? Asa says she's here. Okay, so Asa, all right, so I've already ran this by Jocelyn, and I got a big fat no. He is not singing, not even for you, Asa. I tried, pulling the whole guilt trip. Like, it's Asa. Like, come on, you can make.
I am not the friend who will call you every day. I am not the friend who's even going to text you every day. I am not the person who's going to check in to see how your kids are doing. That is not in my nature. I am the person you call when you need to bury the body. I'll be there in 10 minutes, no problem, but you can have an alibi, not an issue. But I'm not a cute, cuddly creature. Like, I tell people I'm mean for a reason. I am. I am. I am sarcastic. I'm not cuddly. And I mean, it sounds hilarious because when you meet me in person, people are hugging me all the time, and I'm super fine to give hugs. It's not a problem at all. But I won't initiate those sorts of things. And I don't sing. It's not what I do. It's not my thing.
Well then, okay, let's jump, because Asa just said if Jocelyn started singing, I would probably have a heart attack. So yeah, let's get back to that. Okay, but I'm sure everybody else is going to join me, and they will be singing out loud at their house just for you, Asa.
Absolutely. If you're a singer, sing. Go to town. It's just not my thing.
I love singing.
I love dancing. Like, you get a good music beat, and I'm all about the dancing. I dance while I'm cooking in the kitchen. I dance while I'm sweeping the floors. I dance while I'm waiting for the bus stop. But I'm not a singer.
I love dancing too.
It's so good. It's my favorite thing.
I know. I think in my next life, I'm going to be,
It's great in public. You can embarrass teenagers. Always a perk.
Oh, it's so good. So good. I know. I used to belly dance in public for,
Yeah,
my version of belly dancing, right? With my daughter. Oh yeah. Yeah. I am sure that gave her some life skills, to be,
being able to survive public embarrassment is a heck of an important life skill that not enough people get. They shut down when something embarrassing happens around them. I'm like, you did not have my parents, because they would have pounced on that like nobody's business. If you cannot stand on your own 2 feet while you are being socially embarrassed,
yeah.
you're not a blood relation of my family, that's for sure.
No, my daughter's perfectly fine with all of that. She did well. All right, everybody, let's get ready to sing to Asa because it is her birthday.
It is her birthday.
Yes, which means that she, it's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So that really means it's the whole birthday weekend, right? You just
true story.
Write it out.
What's
Cake,
that old? Did you have? It's like, okay, so there were books at my grandma's farm, like at my grandparents' farm, and one of them I used to read. It was like the story of like the days of birth, like days of the week, and what it meant for like the children who were born on the different days. And I can't remember anything, guys. I was like 6. I can't remember anything else about that silly book of all those nursery rhymes and stuff that they had in there, other than there once was a little girl who had a little curl in the middle of her forehead, and when she was good, she was very, very good, and when she was bad, she was naughty. And the only other thing I can remember is Thursday's child has far to go, because I was born on a Thursday. I can't remember anything else from that book. We haven't been able to find it. Like, we couldn't find it when my grandparents moved into the city. And we couldn't find it. And then again, when grandma passed away, we were packing up her stuff. Like, we don't no idea where the book's gone at this point. I'm just maybe I'll get lucky and I'll run across it in a thrift store somewhere, and then I'll snag it, because that's a piece of memory I'd like to have a physical copy of.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, does anybody know what I'm talking about? So we're talking about Thursdays and birthdays, and that's how my brain got there.
I don't think I have ever seen that book.
And I don't know, like, it was around when my dad was a kid, because like I played with cast iron tractors as a child, toy tractors that were heavy enough to break windows and wooden tables. Yeah. I played with my dad's toys.
I remember having those. Okay,
and my Thundercat car.
Okay, so some people are knowing what you're talking about here, because it's
a little nursery rhyme thing.
Okay, that's right. Oh yeah, Asa's saying she got Sam to sing. Yes, because so Sam and I were at knitting club, and it was a lady at knitting club. It was her birthday, so I sang. Well, we all sang, because everybody that was with me then, Jocelyn, was more.
Keep just shoveling. It's not going to affect anything.
They were all eager. We all sang in the library. We sang to Rosemary, so it was very fun. And then that's when Sam's right. She's like, hey, you guys sing somebody else. And I'm like, who? And I'm like thinking she's talking about somebody else in our knitting group. And she's like, Asa. And I'm like, Asa, 18th. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. So anyway, so we went outside where it was quieter, but we were in the parking lot of the mall, and we did a video call with Asa, and Sam and I are singing happy birthday in the parking lot, and we were singing it loud, and there was people walking by, and a couple of other people just turned around and said, hey, happy birthday. So anyway, it was fun. And so Sam did sing with me. So, okay, so back to your book before we sing to Asa here.
Mid-month motivation, it's nothing but segues.
You should, Liz says you should see the look the cat gives her if she sings. That's funny. Oh, Tammy said Sunday's child is full of grace.
Yeah, that's another one.
Lynn said Wednesday's child is full of woe.
I don't think Sunday's child's full of grace. My sister was born on a Sunday. There's no grace in there.
Oh, well, Liz said Sunday's child is full of grace. She said that's her laughing.
Yeah.
Asa said she's a Wednesday child.
Foe of woe or bringer of woes?
Debbie said Monday's child, fair of face.
Which again, is another arbitrary. I think it's probably to teach little kids the days of the week by giving it a little monkier rhyme to stick to.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, Debbie said Wednesday's child is full of woe. Tammy said Thursday's Oh, Thursday's child has fur to go. Not sure. Long-term memory time.
Thursday's child has far to go because my family's been making fun of me because I move so much
Oh.
that I have far to go. And
Sally.
I dream of going over to the continent and like never coming home.
Okay, so Sally said Tuesday's child is full of grace. Liz said Tuesday's child is solemn and sad.
There's no way that we don't have, like, there's no way that there's different versions because there's different versions of everything. Well, especially if it's a cultural raised sort of creature thing.
Know. And I've never heard of any of them. I've never seen this book, obviously. Anyway, oh well. Anyways, okay. I think we better sing to Asa because she's probably sitting there just waiting.
Go ahead and sing. I'm gonna fill up my teacup.
Okay. All right, Asa. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Asa. Happy birthday to you. So Asa, have a fantastic birthday. Celebrate all weekend long. Highly suggest cake, pie, ice cream, any kind of dessert you think you might want to have.
No, I could do like my nerdy birthday greeting.
Oh, okay. What's that? Yeah, do that. Yes, I like that.
Happy level up day. Please don't forget to save your progress at the local tavern before your next adventure. And remember to stock up on healing potions. It's scary out there.
I like that. Okay, so there you go. That works too for you, Asa.
Works for a lot of us where it's a reference point because in some video games and stuff there aren't auto save points. So if you don't make it to a save point and you die in the game, you have to go back to the beginning and try again. Or if you forget to save at a save point, well, you go back to the save point previous because you didn't save at the save point. It's a gamer reminder to save at save points. Save at save points. It is super important or you will lose hours of progress and you will be very grumpy. I'm
guessing you only do that once.
Yeah. Yeah. You learned that lesson real quick.
Asa says Jocelyn will not sing or she will lose her tech editor.
I know better.
Oh, I think Sally was singing to you. She's got microphones, guitars, piano, trumpets, horns. Happy birthday.
Birthdays are big. Listen, I used to date a man who had a degree in philosophy and theater. He sings great. I let him sing all the time. He has a beautiful singing and speaking voice. Jocelyn doesn't sing.
Oh.
It's not my thing.
So, hey, you guys, our Susanna, I think, has come to the rescue. Either she knows this or she has just Googled it. But listen to this.
Okay.
Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for his living. And the child that is born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay.
See, that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me. Oh, thank you, Asa.
That was Susanna.
Susanna.
That was Susanna. So
the right person coming on my face.
Now you got to tell it. Did you know that, or did you look it up, or do you have the book? Awesome. Oh, Nikki says, she says, LOL, the OTA, so what's that, occupational therapy assistant lady at the hospital tried to sing to Marvel, and Marvel leaned in and held up one finger and said, stop. Well, I've had some people tell me to stop singing too, but you do what you like, right? But that's funny when a child tells you to stop.
My mom and grandma, well, my grandma when she was alive, she used to sing all the time, and my mom sings when she's cleaning and dancing too, right? It's just not a thing that I do.
Hi, Amber. So, okay, so Sally said there must be different ones because that doesn't match the one that she's reading. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, there's no way there isn't different ones. It's an old enough rhyme that there'll be variations. Absolutely. Yeah. It'd be like saying Beauty and the Beast doesn't have a massive amount of variation to it. It certainly does. Yeah, it certainly does. Or like the myths of Arthur or Robin Hood, a lot of them have very different root beginnings.
Well,
so
and probably because obviously, because like what I just read out sounds very dated.
Oh, it's dated.
So I'm sure that if that's something that people wanted to give a modern spin on, they probably should, if you want to use it, right? But
It
anyways,
depends. Like if you're being raised in a religious household, you might not want to change it at all.
well, and possibly
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Or
it's
use
like,
it as a teaching term.
mhm,
You know, this is something that I grew up, and this is something we do now.
Yeah.
To show the differences in time.
and maybe, and if it's something that you remember, you know, like your grandparents reading, or you remember reading growing up, you might like the old version because that's what you,
Yeah.
you know, that's where your
I-
memories are.
I used to read it in the cupboard under the TV at my grandma's house.
You know what I remember at my grandma's house?
Mm.
She had her dining room table, was kind of in the middle of the family room. It was an old farmhouse, so it was set up really kind of oddly. And the only real spot for the dining room table was in the middle of the kind of family room. So there was the TV, there was a couch, there was a lazy boy, and a dining room table. And the dining room table, I remember it always had a tablecloth on it, which I now have, but it was always felt like a secret hideaway because everybody would be sitting around this room, right? There was, my grandpa always sat on the couch, grandma and my mom would sit at the dining room table chairs, and I would go under the dining room table. And if there was the wooden like support piece, I guess that you could put your feet, set your feet on or whatever. Anyways, I would go under there and it felt like a, you know, like a little cave or a little hideaway. And I would take my dolls or my book or my coloring, and it was just like this little spot.
Yeah, we used to have rolly chairs at grandma's dining room table. The
Ah,
super old school rolly chairs. And we'd
Yeah.
like climb up into them and have tea with granny and grandma. But you have to remember, this is back when I lived up north, so we would fly down. So I also remember Christmas as being dad driving through the snow to get to the farm outside of Minnedosa in Manitoba. And that we didn't open Christmas presents till the end of Christmas Day. So we would go to bed Christmas Eve, wake up in the morning, and we could open up the stockings with our cousins. Grandpa made pancakes. My grandpa's 84. He's still in charge of making pancakes because that man can make a pancake. That man can make a pancake. He's very, very good at it. I don't see pancakes very well to make them anymore on my own, but that's not the point. The point is grandpa makes excellent pancakes.
Yep.
So we would open up our stockings from Santa. We would have pancakes. Then we would have lunch. Then there would be downtime where the adults needed to nap. Then granny would come. Then we would have dinner. Then we would have tea. Then we would open presents. Then we would go to bed. That is how I grew up for Christmas.
Oh, that's
beautiful now, because now my dad, when we moved down south, we didn't have to do that anymore. So then my dad was like, open up presents in the morning, which worked fine till I got a job at 16. And I worked retail till I was over 26. But yeah, 16 to 26 is a decade. So 31, I worked retail till I was 31. Like I was upper management.
Yeah.
There's less than 24 hours off for management in retail during the Christmas season. Christmas Day is your only day off. So at about 17, I told dad if he opened up my door before 10 a.m., I would kill him. There was absolutely no reason to be up before 10 a.m. on Christmas Day. That was my sleep-in day. Go away.
That's, well, yeah, when you get to be that age, but when you're younger, right? It's
now I'm almost 40. That's still the rule. My niece was growing up at like 10:01 a.m. Christmas morning. She'd be right at my door. I was pretty sure her grandfather set her down because I'd already yelled at him a few years ago about waking me up before 10. Hey, Jocelyn. Yes. It's 10 o'clock. I know. My alarm's going off. Mom says we can open presents when you come upstairs. Bounce back and forth.
So hurry up.
Hurry up. Now she's a teenager. It's reversed, right? We're the ones dragging her out of bed. Get
Ah.
up, put on pants. Your grandpa wants to open presents.
Oh, Susanna said she Googled it, but yeah, so Liz says she thinks the version Susanna posted is the most common.
It's entirely possible, yeah. But I'd be shocked if there isn't other versions. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's funny the things you remember from your childhood.
it is.
Because they're
Oh,
always sporadic.
yes.
Did you know celery with cheese was a thing?
Oh, yeah.
I eat celery with peanut butter in it.
Oh, no. Well, no, celery with cheese whiz. Yeah.
No. One of my cousins was super allergic to cheese whiz, and I've never been able to have dairy. My dad's always been dairy intolerant too. So I grew up eating celery with peanut butter in it. I don't know people had celery with cheese whiz in it until I was older.
So let's see. Asa said in Norwegian rhyme, Wednesday child gets tears of pearl. Hi, Natalie. Our rule is, oh, no one gets up before the sun. There you go. Oh my gosh. Eric still gets up because, yes, he's very
My
excited.
entire family knows better. Somebody better be dying if they've contacted me before 10 a.m. on Christmas Day. If you aren't, you're going to be. That is my day off. Go away. I haven't worked retail in a very long time. It's still the rule, and I still maintain that is the rule. And we can open up presents after a big lunch or
Yeah.
before an early dinner, but there's absolutely no reason for me to be up or conscious before 10 a.m. on Christmas Day. Absolutely no reason whatsoever.
No, well, yeah, I know. I would kind of like to sleep in now on Christmas Day, but that doesn't happen. So
I get up and I finish making cinnamon buns.
all the
And then I
more,
have a
yeah,
bath.
all
Then
the
I put
more
the-
reason that I should not be up knitting super, super late on Christmas Eve because I still have to get up super, super early.
Yeah.
So Debbie, we always ate celery with cream cheese and olives.
Oh, see, I've heard of cream cheese and olives. I've heard of cream cheese and olives.
No,
I never liked olives till I got older. Olives is one of those flavors I had to grow into. I definitely did not like it as a kid. But then again, when you're little and you have tea with your grandma and it's in the tiny china cups, there's still like 4 teaspoons of sugar to tea ratio going on. Getting a huge dollop of milk.
Oh. All right, you know what? I've been working on this pattern while we've been knitting, and I don't think I have even messed it up.
Hey, well, is that another orange crush shawl you're working on?
This is another orange crush.
Yeah.
I have to say, I really, really like it. I have to, which I guess is a good thing, right? Guess I should like
your
it.
second or third one you've made?
This is my third one. I do really like it. So I'm hoping now that I have got a little bit of free time coming up this week.
Oh yeah, because you're on vacation.
Oh yeah, I really want to just plan a lot of knitting time every day.
Yeah, just your plan is to go nowhere and see nobody. And that feels like the best staycation ever.
It does. You know what? So Amber said at least Eric got to finish this past Christmas. I did. I finished Eric's blanket. And we were talking about something. Eric was with me, and I don't know, we were kind of talking randomly, and I don't know if we were talking knitted things or house things or something. I don't know, something. And I said to Eric about his blanket, and he just randomly said, he said how much he loved it.
Good.
And I was like, whoa, I was like really not expecting that. So that was really good. I was really happy that he liked it. So that was good. And somebody told me today they went, so I talk sometimes about the the listable tent sale,
Yes.
right? And how it has like such these good deals and you get all this yarn, and any place where you walk in and they greet you with a humongous big plastic garbage bag is a good place to shop. So,
Yeah. I know, I keep hoping Diana will go one year and tell me what it's about.
she should go because it's fun. So one of the girls that goes to our knitting group was there, and so she was talking about some of the yarn that she got, and it's like, oh, yeah, I think our guild is maybe going up the very last day, and we're going on the last day because none of us need any yarn, but it's it's hard not to go. Like, I so desperately want to go, but I'm afraid of what I will come home with. So we thought, well, if we go the very last day, it'll be really well picked over. All the good stuff will be gone, so we won't be tempted. And so we'll see how it goes. But most of us really just wanted to go for lunch. You know, a day out. So yeah, so we'll see. It's still in the planning stages, so we'll see if that actually happens or not.
I have a Manitoba Fiber Festival coming up.
Oh, when is that?
The 9th and 10th of September. 9th and 10th of September, which is literally the week after our next check-in. Oh, and I have a Diana coming, so lots to do. Lots to do, guys.
So that is the same weekend as, well, ours, it's only on the Saturday, the Kitchener Fiber or the Kitchener Knitters Fair.
Oh, that'll be good.
It's on the Saturday. So that's like our big show around here. And then there's the one in Woolstock is in October.
We really just have the one in Manitoba. Like there have been smaller ones for the Manitoba Fiber Festival, like on and off, but the Manitoba Fiber Fest is like the one. Really, some years.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the Fiber Frolic happens in January this year, but we'll have to see what COVID numbers are like. So.
Well, let's hope. Oh, so yes, I know Sam wants to go to the tent sale, and so I'll have to see. Yeah, if I go, when I go, I'll have to wait and see how that all works out.
Erin was showing me her tweed yards.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I know where my money's going.
Let me get no. I was gonna say, you're gonna say that no, you just did not like them.
I already have sweater quantity worth. I already like to rub it all over my face. It is a wonderful yarn and it's a great tweed, and yep, I need more. And I'm not even done knitting my first project for it. And it's DK weight. Like, so useful.
So, well, oh, I know. Liz is saying Michigan Fiber Fest is Friday, Saturday, and no, she's not going. I know. I had a memory pop up on Facebook today from 3 years ago. Pictures when Dorlin and I went down to the Michigan Fiber Fest, and we met up with Bee and Patty and Mary. And
I remember that trip you took. It sounded like great fun.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and there was another woman. Longish blonde hair, and I have like totally. Anyways, yeah. So there was a bunch of us met up, and we had a blast. It was so much fun. So I see. Yeah, it's like, oh, I know. Maybe
we'll just have to see what places are able to start back up, how things are going.
Yeah. And it wasn't.
Some risks my doctor will still be very unhappy if I take.
I know it's that around balancing the risks versus living your life too.
Yeah.
So it's see where things are at and see how you can do things to keep safe, right?
Yeah, I figure so long as everybody gets their vaccinations, we're all not
Yeah.
dodos about it. And come fall and winter, we go back to wearing masks just to help keep everything low. I think that should help a bunch. If we
I-
don't, we'll have problems. We'll have done it to ourselves.
Yep, pretty much, right?
Yep.
Oh, Amber's got to run.
Bye.
Bye, Amber. I'm glad you popped in. Have a great weekend. Like she is having super busy days because she works with kids all day.
Oh, that's gotta be
Yeah.
draining.
Yeah, so that, I mean, super fun, I'm sure, but yes, also very, very busy, I'm sure, with, I'm not sure what ages she's working with right now, but yeah, it'll just be busy. It'll be go, go, go all the time, for sure. Working summer day camps and yeah, but have fun being around all that energy of kids and yeah, that would be a really fun job. So anyway, so what else is everybody working on? Did everybody tell us what they were working on? Or did
No.
maybe I might have just missed some of the comments. I've been trying to read some, but I know I've been missing a bunch too.
I've been very successfully derailing everything today.
Okay. Well, I am hoping, I don't know, I need to update my whiteboard from Monday night.
Ooh, yeah.
So I am what I don't know what I should do. If I should, I would really love to use this week to get a bunch of things done, but I don't know if that'll happen. It might. It might. Depends. I guess literally it will totally depend on how much I sit in it versus,
In the
you
end.
know, I thought I would love to go swimming one time this week. I would like, there's a lot of things that I would like to do. Like to go visit my daughter this weekend. So it's like, oh, but the more you do those things, the more time it cuts into the knitting. So I'm like, have to find a happy in between.
I'm visiting my sister tomorrow, so I will knit while I'm there.
That's good.
Mostly because if I don't have knitting, my family looks at me funny now. They're
Well,
used to it.
I know it's kind of a given, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not like you
Oh,
can't have a conversation and knit at the same time.
well, absolutely.
As I sit here having a conversation and knitting at the same time.
Oh, so let's see. Oh, what did Amber say? Amber said 2 to 8. Oh,
2 to 8.
grade 2 to
2
8
to 8.
is the group. Okay.
That's
Well,
a lot of energy.
grade 2 would be fun. Grade 8, they're not as cute and fun. They're like teenagers. Oh, Susanna's working on crocheted bags. That sounds awesome. Asa's working on the same shawl as Jocelyn.
It's true. She's my primary test knitter.
Awesome. Sally, I love that Sally's doing so much Christmas stuff. She's working on Christmas socks. That's fun. Oh, Jocelyn, Susanna says she's sending happy mail to you.
Yes, she sent me a message last night. I saw it this morning when I got up. I'm like, yeah.
Liz
So
says no
excited.
knitting today, but socks and Orange Crush is what she's working on. How far are you on the Orange Crush, Liz?
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see some pictures, more pictures of people's shawls.
See, now what I'm trying to do is stay away from the rabbit hole on YouTube I fell down, which is hand sewing. I do not have time to hand sew a wardrobe item piece. I don't have time to hand sew an entire garment. The only thing I want to do is hand sew a garment.
You know what? Then I say do it. You know, if you want to do it that much, then I think you really should just do it. Just do it.
Because I know it's not that hard. I know the stitches. And since like the back stitch is what the sewing machine stitch is based off of. And we made hand sewn garments that stayed together just fine for thousands of years. I'm sure I can do it now.
I have no doubt you can do it now.
I know I keep justifying it to myself. I'm like, it really won't actually take that long. Rather than being like a 4-hour skirt, it takes me 15 hours because I'm doing it by hand instead of the machine. Really?
See, I like hand sewing. I have no desire to sit at a sewing machine. Maybe that's the difference, kind of like hand knitting versus machine knitting.
Maybe I've never actually looked into that. I like hand sewing. I like English paper piecing. That's always just, it's very relaxing to me. You should do an English paper piecing month.
I love English paper piecing.
It's really good. Or mending quilts and stuff, or like hand quilting and that. That's just very soothing. And it can travel with you. And hand sewing is just as transportable as knitting or crochet work.
Yeah, it would be, for sure. Oh, Sally said she started her crush but haven't had any time to work on it, hoping it will be a present. That'll be lovely.
That'd be really good.
That'll be nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give a couple of mine away too, and I may make another one because I really do just like knitting it, but I really should work on something else maybe. But I am really just liking this because after you've done it for a bit, it does, the pattern gets in your head, right? Like you can memorize the pattern.
Oh yeah, I can pick it up at any point now, and I know exactly where I am, exactly what row I'm working on, and I could be listening to like an intense part of a book, and it doesn't matter. I don't lose track of the book or the stitches. It's really good. It's a really nice pattern.
I like that. I like it when that you can do that. So then it just makes it a little easier. You can take it out with you. You can knit it at knit night. There was that one time on my Monday nights, I was talking about patterns that were knit night proof.
Yes.
And so I think this one kind of fits that bill because you can tell where you are. It's only 4 rows. And really, I figure if I can do it, then everybody else has a better than average chance of doing it too. Oh, Liz, you haven't taken any pictures of yours yet. What color is the yarn that you're using?
Ooh, yes. We all know what color yarn I'm using.
Yeah, yours is a nice red. So now it's the Impeccable. Is it claret or is it a different red?
I think that one is either cherry or claret. I think it might be cherry.
Might be cherry. Okay. Yeah, maybe it is cherry now that you say
I don't know. The other ball's somewhere up in there. Let's pull it out.
You know what? Oh, I was gonna say, because I've got, let me move the chat around here. Yeah. So now I can see, because I've got me covered on the screen, so I can see you in the chat, but in the corner, the bottom corner down there, is that like all Halloweeny yarn? It looks
this stuff down here.
Yeah.
It is my DK weight Briggs and Little, and I've got a collection of a really dark blue and pumpkin orange that are going to go together into a Halloween sweater, and that is Cascade 220.
Okay, well it has that look to it, that whole cubby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the whole cubby's nice and dark, and then I think I got acrylics and stuff in there, and then like right above is Aran yarn, and then there's Aran yarn in that cubby. And
I like just had cubbies of Aran yarn.
I'm almost at the point where she needs 2 dedicated cubby holes, and I am comfortable with my obsession. I'm comfortable with my obsession.
I like it. So Sally said I'd love cross stitch, but haven't picked it up in years. It takes up a lot of space because you love large pieces. Yeah. And they take a long time to do, don't they?
They do. It's like any other craft or hobby. It takes time.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, that's what I should do. I should hand sew myself a skirt and take the skirt to my sister's house tomorrow, so she can really stare at me and go, seriously?
I think you should. Or work or cast on your new projects for our check-in.
If I haven't already casted them on.
If you haven't, I mean, maybe you have.
You
Look at
don't
that. See,
know.
I was trying to catch up there.
It's secret. Shh, don't tell anybody.
No, and you don't let anything out.
I really don't.
I know you don't. Oh, Liz says, oh, both. So your socks and the shawl are both teal. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have matching shawls then, Liz.
Teal is such a pretty color. Oh, such a good color. Life's too short for cheap chocolate and dull colors.
That would be like a perfect bumper sticker. But you are right. You are right. Absolutely. You got to do what you like to do, right?
Yeah. Live in a world of color.
There you go. I like that idea.
I was watching an Instagram reel and the lady was talking to, of course, they're over voiceovers, so like TikTok videos, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, instead of using words like different words to describe people, she's like, you're going to use adjectives. I'm audacious. I'm like, I'm like, oh, that's me.
That's fun.
Phenomenal. I'm like, that sounds about right. It's right up there with the other one where the lady was talking about my life is an event. So I'm going to wear my good clothes. She's not wrong. My life is an event worthy of my good clothes. So I just wear my pretty stuff.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I was
like
wearing
that.
my halter 60s circle dress that I could put a crinoline under the other day. And everyone kept looking at me. And I was like, get my life is an event. I'm just gonna wear my nice stuff. It's not gonna live in a closet anymore. And if it stays in the closet, it's not staying with me.
Well, you know what I have decided. So when Anita was getting married back in June, I was on this mission. Like I would go out shopping and finding the shoes. And then I was all about the jewelry, finding the jewelry that I wanted. And I was trying to find earrings that I really wanted to wear. And so I ended up buying 4 pairs of earrings because I could not decide. So I bought 4 of them. And one pair I didn't wear. And they were all like rhinestone-y and sparkly because I had a little bit of that on the edge of my dress.
Yeah.
So this one pair were dangly and like big, like kind of the size that I have on now, but they're all rhinestone and sparkles, right? And I thought, oh, I'm like, where am I ever going to wear these?
Tuesday.
Exactly. And then that's what I thought. I thought, well, what does it matter? So I went to work wearing, jeans and a t-shirt, or I had yoga pants and a t-shirt and these stunning earrings.
Yep.
And why not just wear them, right? I like them, so I'm going to wear them. Even if my clothes aren't as fancy as my earrings, what does it matter?
Yeah.
I know. And I loved it all day long. I just kept looking at my earrings and I thought, I need to do this more often. Just wear them.
Oh, yeah. Just wear the stuff you have.
Your life is an event. I like it. I love that. Love it. Love it.
But life is an event.
Oh,
It's
Nikki said,
celebrated.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, wear your stuff. Yeah.
Guys, I went and bought groceries. That's what I did. That was the day event. Doesn't matter. I dressed up for it because I've wanted to.
Well, exactly. I know. We need to.
Boy, did I get compliments because I wasn't wearing my yoga pants and a t-shirt. Everybody kept going, oh, must be so hard to get dressed up. I'm like, it's one article of clothing, guys. I actually had to think less than you did.
That is true. That is true, right?
I went, oh, on and go.
So let's see. Natalie said she got her new e-wheel.
That's exciting. Should be all about
really
spinning.
Exciting. I know. I think Natalie has found her thing with spinning.
Excellent. I enjoy spinning. I need to do it more often. I don't do it enough.
I know. Again, it's one of those things you run out of time for. But Natalie's telling Nikki to go check out what is that, Cassia shawl from Expression Fiber Arts. Oh, I love Expression Fiber Arts.
It's some really nice stuff.
She's got nice yarn. She's got beautiful yarn. She's got great patterns. Yeah, she seems like a real sweetheart. Oh, Natalie says she's only sampled the e-wheel a little bit so far. Okay, you'll have to keep us posted or post a picture of it.
Yeah, pictures. Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah. We need to keep seeing stuff that you spin, Natalie, because that's inspiring. Oh, Natalie's doing the cassia in white. Oh, and then dyeing it.
I've thought about doing that, getting some natural
Yeah.
undyed yarn, knitting myself a fingering weight fitted cardi. Somebody needs an ambulance. And then over dyeing it to black.
Oh,
Because like, guys, I can't see the stitches I'm working on. I'm working on a 5mm needle and like a sport. And I can't see any of my stitches. And I have a sparkle thread in here to help.
sparkle thread will help.
That's why I keep looking down, because I am very visually unsure what's going on right now between my hands.
Take a look, so don't make any mistakes.
Hey,
Okay,
I know the lace pattern's correct because I've only done it right half the time. Every lace pattern on the planet, people.
I did see that cassia shawl. Then Natalie is saying that it was free up until this afternoon. So I'm sure I saw whatever I'm sure I saw it and liked it. I just didn't remember the name of it. So that's good that you're knitting it. Oh, you won? What? Natalie said, yeah, she won a spin what does that say? Q?
Oh, e-coupon.
EQ.
Okay.
Okay.
E-coupon.
EQ. Okay. But okay.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I've seen it spelled E and then COUP for e-coupon.
This is, I think it says EKUBE.
Okay, that I don't know.
I think that's what it says. Okay. Oh, and Natalie says probably still free. Yeah, it might still be free until like maybe midnight tonight. Asa says it is still free. All right, you guys, go. I'm just anyway, I'm laughing at myself. Anyways, let me carry on here. So yeah, Asa said it's still free. So there you go. If you're interested in the new shawl, then yeah, go grab it. Put it in your library, because you just never know when you may find the perfect yarn and just find to cast it on, right? E-cube. Oh, okay. So Natalie says so it's the name. So like E-cube is the, and she said the company spells it funny.
That's fair. I like the e-wheel, like the little, Diana has one, eel wheel 2. I like her little electric spinning wheel. I want like the e-wheel 5 or something. Like, I don't want the nano or like the super tiny one, but I do really like the little e-spinner that Diana has.
Okay, yeah.
So I think I want to try to save up and see if I can get one of those at some point. Mostly I really love how little noise it makes.
Okay, Asa, what are you talking about? Asa says she would never crochet a shawl.
That's fair. It's not for everybody.
Why not?
Says the woman who's never crocheted a shawl.
Well, but it can't be.
It's not hard.
Horrible. It can't be.
It's not hard.
Unfun. It can't be hard.
Okay, no, I'm gonna put a caveat in there. Crochet charts is a bad acid trip. They're all over the place. They're not linear, and if you're coming from a knitting chart background,
yeah,
it will drive you bonkers, because a crochet chart is very organic. Organic. Knitting charts are very rigid and linear.
See, yeah, and I don't know, I've never tried to knit from a crochet chart, because it looks like a tatting chart to me with circles, and
it's quite crazy if you're not used to it. But if you're like, once you get used to it, it's being the kind of person who doesn't knit with a knitting chart, looking at a knitting chart going, oh dear Lord, no. It's the same way. And then when you understand, you're like, okay, it's really not that bad. It's fine. It's easy enough to read. You got to get over that bump. But a crochet shawl definitely has a different texture and feel to it than a knitted shawl does. So
and I would have said that like if you look back to well stuff that's in style now, like stuff from the 70s, like granny square
Yeah,
shawls or something, or I would say, okay, I would say like that stuff I never really liked, and that's why I always preferred knitting over the look of a lot of the crochet.
yes.
But some
But
of the
crochet doesn't have to look like that.
exactly.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't
that's
have
where
to
I
look like that.
feel a lot of people have taken and put in a modern twist on it, and they're using different stitches.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't look like a big
It
granny
doesn't look like a
square.
big granny square anymore.
Yeah. So I would, yeah, I appreciate crocheting a lot more that I'd like the look of a lot of patterns differently. And actually there's a lot of lacy crocheted shawls that I do like the look of.
Yeah, I have in my library I have the Sis Love Shawl, so SIS Love Shawl, so like Sister
Uh-huh.
Love Shawl. And it's a gorgeous fingering weight shawl. And it's charted and it's organic. And when you first look at it, you go, sweet mother Jehoshaphat, what have I done to myself? And it's fine. But when it's finished, and when you see those finished object
Yeah.
photos, it is stunning. It is stunning. It is so, so pretty. And I think most of the people that I know that have problems with crochet shawls, it's either because they just don't crochet, it's not something they're interested in,
Yeah.
which is a legit choice. If you cannot like something, super fair. Or they've only ever seen shawls in worsted weight yarn. So they think they're chonky things, right? Like
Yes.
these big chonky
Yes.
things. And no, when you take crochet into the fingering weight yarns, it is beautiful and fine and delicate and gorgeous.
Well, see, Natalie says this, so this shawl, the, what was it called? Cassia is mostly chain stitches. And so Asa said I have done it, but crochet is not for her arms. She used to crochet a lot back in the day. So yeah, that makes sense.
Can someone drop a link for that for me? Also, can you drop a link for that shawl for me? I won't remember, and then like 3 days from now I'll be grumpy because I know there was a shawl link I was gonna go check out and I don't remember what it is.
So Nikki, listen to this. So Nikki says, I've never knit the same shawl twice, but I have crocheted the same shawl twice.
Yeah.
So there you go. So different things for different people, right?
I've only repeated one garment pattern so far, and I've only repeated one shawl pattern so far. And I don't even know if we can count the shawl pattern that I've repeated because it's Endless Summer Adventures. It's my shawl pattern.
But I mean,
and I've knit 3 of them, and I still don't own one.
But see, I think as a designer, you should knit it multiple times, because if you don't want to knit your own design,
nobody else is gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Now, do I look at the other ones I've got made and go, oh, I want another one? Yes. Do I have time for it? No. No, I don't. I don't. I really don't.
Oh, okay. So Asa says the link will be in our thread.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Giant has to do the same thing for me. And I'll be like days later and it'll be bugging me and I won't remember why. Something's bugging me in the back of my brain. I'll be like, you're missing something. You're missing, and it will drive me nuts. Hey, look, there comes a notification on my computer. Also dropped a link in the thread for me.
There you go. Go grab your shawl pattern.
I will.
So Natalie says she knits and crochets interchangeably. So that's kind of nice.
I do. I like both.
Pick up both.
Yeah.
Oh, Liz. Okay, Liz, you need to show us some pictures. Liz says she still has her original 1970s crocheted vest tunic her grandma crocheted for her.
See, that's cool.
That is awesome. And it'll be totally back in style now, Liz. You will be so hip and in style. I think you should wear it to the grocery store tomorrow and take a selfie and post it so we can all see you.
It's so sparkly.
I like that. Oh, Sally said, oh, it's very open. So is this the Cassia one, Sally? It says it's very open crocheted shawl. Should be very easy.
See, like here's one of the panels for the Sea Breeze cardigan. It's
like
crocheted.
I like that.
And it's gorgeous. Pink.
Oh,
I'm over dyeing this.
Oh, was it? Well, okay. The yarn actually is pretty the way it is.
Yes, but I don't have enough of any one color to make a garment, and I don't look
Oh.
good in pastels.
Yeah, then over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Susanna, what shawl have you made? Susanna says she's crocheted the same shawl 5 or 6 times. Which one was it? Sally says she's crocheted the Hotel of Bees shawls, and it's by far her favorite of all her shawls. Look at that. Perfect. Liz says she was as skinny as a post then. I am not now. Yeah, me too. On both accounts. I was and I'm not. Okay, well then just have I don't know. If you ever pull it out of the closet, I have to like show us pictures. Oh, Susanna, you have a bedspread that you crocheted back in around 1975. Oh, that would be pretty cool. Was it oranges and browns? All my favorite colors.
Gotta love a good orange and brown.
I know you do. Okay, well, Liz, yeah, don't go to too much trouble, but if you want to, Liz says she'll dig out both that garment and her first sweater from 1970. Oh, I love that.
The oldest crocheted item I have is a crocheted couch throw that my great grandmother made. And I don't know when, because we don't know when she made it. Really? We're very ambulance heavy today.
Oh, that's not good. Oh,
Hey,
Susanna,
it's better than Monday. It rained so hard and so fast with so much thunder and lightning. There was a sewer backup in the building so bad we lost water for a couple of hours, and all of the basement tenants have been reallocated until the basement can be cleaned and refurbished. This apartment building was done renovations after I moved in last year. We haven't even been a full-on complete building for a year, and the building crews are back in.
Oh no.
Oh, poor building people. I'm going bonkers.
Oh, so Susanna said, so the one she did 5 or 6 times was a crocheted shells and clusters.
Shells and clusters are really fun to do.
They're pretty and it looks nice. Oh, and she said oranges and browns.
I did a pink one, a crocheted shawl, that when you open it up, it looked like skulls for my sister. Because she likes the Los Calo Day of the Dead from the Mexican Day of the Dead.
Oh yeah.
So she likes that style of skull, and it's very reminiscent. So I made her a pink shawl to put in her dark brown leather coat.
Oh, okay. She has that. Yeah.
I keep thinking about maybe making another one of those for myself.
Well, maybe you should.
Maybe out of some Aran tweed. That's a brilliant idea.
Oh, that would be nice.
Such a good color.
So everybody's got orange and browns here. Liz said her first sweater was orange. Also said orange and brown. So 70s, her parents used to have a couch in those colors. Liz said her parents went for the avocado greens. Well, that would be equally as nice.
Oh yeah, I remember one of my cousins or uncles. Anyway, somebody in the family had a Chesterfield from the 70s. I remember it from when I was a child.
Yeah. Well, I remember, my parents had brown and orange too. I mean, that was just the.
That's why we made fun of my sister when she got an orange couch. Can you bring it back to the 70s? Her response was, I cannot justify a boring colored couch. She's like, I can't do it. I cannot commit to the beigeness that is a white, black, or gray couch. She's like, I can't do it. She's like, I can't do it. She's like, I need a color. Which is fair. I'm the same way. My couch is red. I'm the same way. I can't do
I like that.
couches. My couch has to have color.
And I'm not a red person at all. But when I was helping my friend move, she had this gorgeous couch and chair that was her mother's or her aunt's. So it was probably from the 70s. And it was this beautiful, like raspberry red color. It was maybe not raspberry, but it was a darker, like a bluey red color. Mm-hmm. It was stunning. Very, very nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, what is those? There's some more people here. We had a couple of recliners in the avocado green.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh, Liz says so that she learned to despise green and decorating. Well, hopefully, well, I guess you either like it or you don't, right?
Well, that
Natalie says
too.
she had a hand-me-down orange and brown pineapple print couch. Well,
Wow, that's a
that
statement.
that sounds amazing. Pineapples, pineapples. Who would not want that?
Oh, I think that would be an amazing couch. It's like everyone's gonna remember your couch. Everyone's gonna remember your couch.
I remember being like probably a teenager or in my 20s, I don't know, somewhere in the middle part of my lifetime, thinking, looking back at like my grandparents' stuff, like the stuff from the 70s, right? And going, like, oh my gosh, and pictures, right, of like my grandma, my great grandma wearing house dresses, and the dresses were this like crimp material and
I want the return. I want the return of the house pajama. Where is the Greek guests' house pajamas? It was a thing in the 40s. You had pajamas for when you had company, you had pajamas for when you didn't have company, and you had pajamas for when you had family over. Three different types of pajamas.
wow.
Where are those? Where are those? Where has that gone?
Well, and and I looked at all that stuff like from the 70s and thought, oh my gosh, how like horrendously ugly was all of this stuff. And now I look at it and think, oh my gosh, how fun is that? So I think having a pineapple couch would have been amazing.
Absolutely.
Oh, Asa says her apartment is so boring when it comes to color, all neutral. Your apartment is lovely. But yeah, no, but sometimes like, I mean, my house is all just neutral, but then I like it because then you can add throw pillows, you can accessorize, right, with some color, and then you can switch it up without having to paint.
Oh no, I have white-ish walls. I don't know what kind of off-white beige. I live in an apartment, off-white beige, but I have natural hardwood floors. So like I have lots of reds and deep warm wood browns.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lots of personality.
Oh, love seat. Yes, love seats. I had to. Oh, Nikki, I had a clear blow up love seat. Oh, a clear blow up love seat in your bedroom. Ah,
I had one of those blow up chairs when I was a teenager. Yeah.
That would have been fun. And Liz is talking about, what is that? Plaid furniture, scratchiest stuff.
I suspect the plaid furniture they make now is made with a better fiber, so it's probably not scratchy anymore.
Yeah. Oh, Natalie's saying, yeah, she's got the avocado green chair for her fortress of solitude. Yes. All avocado green. Oh, I would love that now. See, everything, right? I remember talking about our grandparents and memories. I remember it was one time like lying on the bed in my grandma's bedroom, and she was, I don't know, she was cleaning out her closet or doing something, and she had shoes, and I can't remember which way it was. Whatever was in style, like what I was wearing and what she had in her closet were the opposite. It was either round toed shoes versus pointed toe shoes. And I don't know if maybe mine were rounded toes and she had pointed toes in her closet. And I just like thinking, oh my gosh, why would you ever wear such a thing? Right. And she was trying to tell me, well, everything goes around, and I was like, nope, I swear I will never, ever like those. Right. And now I think, oh my gosh, rounded toe shoes just seem so old fashioned or something. I don't know. I'd much rather have, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I like totally got off. One of those little random memories, right? But how styles change, right? And it is so true. Everything comes back around again, right? If you keep it long enough, you'll be back in style again.
Sooner or later.
Yeah, see, Sally said you would love to have everything retro, all the furniture and appliances. Well, I know, right? Because like, what do they call mid-century modern? Looks like stuff from the 70s that
it's cool. It still has personality. It still has,
yeah,
like a weight and gravitas to it.
But I look at that and think, because I see some of those, like, because I love going to thrift stores and seeing some of the mid-century modern furniture. And I'm like looking at it and thinking, okay, I remember like my parents had that when I was growing up. And at the time, again, I thought it looked out of style or I didn't really like it. And now that's what everybody wants. So yeah, everything
But
goes around.
and again, it's gonna vary on tastes. Like my parents have very country western tastes. That's very much their style. My sister's very modern, very sleek
Yeah.
lines, bold colors, metals, and like dark countertop. Like she's very into that style. I should have walked out of an Edwardian time period. Like I use my great grandmother's wedding china as my everyday trainer. I have a cedar chest. Like I keep heirloom pieces. I don't do headboards on my beds. Like I have a very
Yeah.
weird collage of very old stuff or handmade
I
stuff,
like
and
that.
then very modern art on my walls.
I
Very
like
modern
that.
art on my
An
walls.
eclectic mix. I know you might as well have what you like, right? Mix it
Yep.
all together.
Yep.
Oh, Debbie said when she was growing up, her fridge was avocado green. Yes.
We had a green fridge when the last house we had here in Winnipeg had a green fridge for a while.
Yeah. Oh, Liz said your parents own a lot of, what is it, MCM blonde furniture. I cannot wait to sell it. Well, maybe somebody will love to have it. Metal table sets. Yes, I remember those.
Yeah.
My grandma had that. Baby blue appliances from the 50s and 60s. I also have a cedar chest that my grandma took me shopping for. Yeah.
My dad made mine. You guys will see it actually in a lot of the background photo
Ah.
shots for the Instagram for Northern Knits. The wood background is
Yeah.
my coffee top. It's my cedar chest, which is also a coffee table, because he made me a Jocelyn sized cedar chest. So like it is a coffee table. It's a 2-for-1 because I don't like single use furniture.
Okay, so Natalie said, what is this? Ansel and Adams is your art style? I do not know what that is, Natalie. I'm sure somebody does. Everybody probably knows,
Probably,
right?
yeah.
Everybody will know except me.
have
That
no
will be
idea.
for sure.
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Liz is saying she has a grandma's cedar chest. And it's around from the 1920s. I have got a cedar chest upstairs in my hallway that came from my grandma's, and my daughter wanted it. So, but she's never had a house big enough for it to fit anywhere. So I have it in my upstairs hall. And
she thought about using it as a coffee table, because that's what I use mine for.
Well, it might be too tall. It's pretty big, but it is
No, tall coffee tables are handy. You are less likely to run your shins into them if you happen to be taller than 5'8".
Well, maybe.
I am over short coffee tables. I am a tall human.
See, I'm thinking the taller it is, the more likely I'm going to run into it. I don't know. Anyways, it's but it has a different look to it for sure. So I don't know if anyways, it is up there and I have it filled with her stuff. So someday she will get it all.
See, that's like I never left anything behind when I moved out of my parents' house. I took all my stuff with me. Outside of the stuff that I will inherit when they pass, because it's theirs right now.
Yeah, well, Anita's they're living in a little basement apartment right now, so they do not have room for anything. So, oh, Natalie, it's landscape photography. Oh, okay, nice. Sally says, oh, you've got yarn stored in your cedar chest waiting to make its way into your dream box.
Good idea.
Right.
It's a good place because cedar's a very strong scent. Bugs won't like it.
I have
very good place to store yarn.
Yeah, my cedar chest is filled with all of my like baby clothes from the kids and stuff that I just mementos kind of thing.
I have a very different mom and a very different way of looking at things. Guys, there is one memento from my childhood that is of fabric nature. My baby blanket. Nothing else exists. Nothing else was kept. My
Oh,
sister has hers. We have maybe half a dozen report cards, some sports trophies. Everything my mother kept from our childhoods fits into a shoebox. And then our baby book. That's it. And our baby blanket. That is all we have from our childhood. Mother does not keep things. She's not into that.
yeah, and I have kept almost all of it.
Yeah.
Which
My
is,
sister did too. She has boxes and boxes of things from when Isabella was little, or my niece,
Yeah.
right? And I just don't get it. I'm not a sentimental things kind of person. I'll
yeah.
keep
Oh,
random objects here and there if they work with my aesthetic and they're part of a thing, but I don't I cycle things out regularly because it's an item. It's the memory that's important of the item. So I don't
Yeah.
need to keep the item. It's just clutter. And then I'm, instead of living my past and knowing my past, I'm buried in my past and I'm stuck in old ways of thinking. So making those changes force new thinking pathways,
Yep.
which help you move forward.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree with
Like,
that.
am I giving up the articulated teddy bear that came from my great grandmother's fur coat when she passed away? No, I'm keeping that.
Yeah.
Do I keep all of the stuffed animals I buy? No, I don't.
No.
They go away eventually.
Yeah, keep the important ones, the ones that have memories.
Yeah.
Okay, so Natalie says, oh, so, okay, and you said you're talking about orangey pink glass dishes. Don't even get me started about glassware.
Can we go back to glassware with color? Wouldn't that be
Oh,
great?
yeah.
Where's that green glassware? I can see that on a table. I have to drink out of mugs because they're white and I can see the white ceramic.
Yeah.
I can't see glass anymore.
But very
where's
true.
the cool glassware? Why is it so boring?
Well, yeah, I have a big collection of glassware, depression glass and carnival
Yeah,
glass.
like that
and
green
glass.
depression glassware.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
I
It's so
know.
nice.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
Ah.
But again, I eat off China every day. And I do mean bone china, guys. Like the stuff you can't put in a dishwasher.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of that too. What was she has a couple of dresses from when she was a toddler. One of them has sleeves cut open from when I broke my arm when I was almost 3. Oh,
yeah, no, mom didn't keep any of that stuff.
Natalie says her family gives her stuff because she's very sentimental. Yeah, I'm way too sentimental. Liz says she still has her workbooks from grade school.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try every year. I go through and I get rid of a little bit more and a little bit more, but
I've got like a handful of textbooks from university. None of the books I wrote notes in. If the notes aren't digitized, I don't have them anymore. Like I just don't keep things. It's not in my nature. If it's not practical or usable, it just doesn't stay. It just doesn't stay.
Oh, jade glass and milk glass. Oh, Natalie.
Jade glass is gorgeous.
Oh, Natalie, someday we'll have to go antiquing together.
Oh my God, that'd be so much fun.
Oh,
Take me with you. Take me with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. I
always wanted to do a road trip on the East Coast, like up the East Coast of America up into Canada, and like hit all the antique stores and like the little mom and pop restaurants and just like take a week and do a week of antiquing. Be so good.
Sally said she had brightly colored aluminum glasses as kids. You know what, Sally? I just saw a set of those at the antique store, and it reminded me of my great grandparents. And that was the one thing I just have sporadic memories of being at their house and in the dining room and the table set and having the kids. We all got one of those metallic glasses and the colors. And then when they passed away, I think my aunt got those glasses, which now have gone to like my cousin. But they were the things my cousins and I would always talk about, was remembering great grandma, those glasses. And she made these great big soft molasses cookies. That's what I remember of her. But anyways, yeah, those glasses. And I saw a set that reminded me as soon as I saw them.
So you know those highly stylized owls with like the fat faces and the big eyeballs? Yeah, my granny's last condo they were everywhere. They're another resurgence from the 70s that's been popular recently. They were everywhere. Those paper things where it was like the clear resin half circle things with the stuff in them. Flowers, little like, paperweights everywhere, and giant pill bottles full of Louise. That's what I remember from my granny.
Oh.
And then her chair lifted her up because she'd had polio, so she couldn't get up from chairs. So like her recliner went to standing. That's what I remember from my granny. The pill bottles mostly because that was her gift when we showed up. All of her loonies just went into the pill bottles, and then we got like 1 or 2 pill bottles. That's $50, guys, worth the loonies. And we were sent down it's in Minnedosa. We were sent down the street to the general store, which was also the pharmacy, which had the coloring packs that you could buy with the little snappy plastic tops on them with like the marker sets, and like the books where you could write and it was invisible ink, like, and then we'd go back to Granny's house and color. Amidst a sea of owls.
Isn't fun, the memories.
That's what I remember from her last condo that she lived in. Apparently there was a basement in that condo space. I had no idea. Dad told me later as an adult, he's like, yeah, it was a lot of work to clean out that basement. I'm like, there was a basement in there? Oh my word. How much stuff was in there? He's like, a lot. I'm like,
oh.
Really glad I didn't have to do that. We're really glad I didn't have to clean that out.
Natalie says she's got a really old mixer with jade glass bowls. That would be fantastic.
That'd be super cool.
And Liz said she has a set of jadeite dishes that she's trying to sell. Maybe you better be posting a picture of those, Liz. Nikki said, oh, toddler clothes. Yeah, so Nikki said her mom kept her baby clothes.
My
toddler clothes. I have pictures of Marvel wearing and other kids. Oh, but Marvel wore them. Yeah, Natalie. I know Natalie. Oh, jade glass is your favorite. I know. I like the jade glass. Is nice. Oh yeah. See. Oh, Natalie. It's not that far. Well, there you go. Road trip. Exactly. Awesome. Maybe Natalie be doing a road trip to Liz's to pick up some dishware. White. Oh, Sally's asking, do y'all remember the white porcelain coffee pots? My great grandma had one.
Yeah.
And used demi-tasse cups. Coffee was very strong. I have got demi-tasse cups that my grandma started giving me. I don't know, must have been for birthdays or something, that I've never ever used. They're all in my china cabinet. Oh, Asa says she needs to go to sleep. Yes, my gosh.
Asa.
We're almost at 9:30. So yeah, you're probably.
We gotta wrap up. I gotta get ready for Critical Role.
You got things to do. Oh my gosh, this has been such an interesting conversation, you guys.
Mid-month motivation. We don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll get somewhere fun.
Well, this has been, I know we always come up with the conversation. It's kind of interesting when we come here with no set idea of what we're going to do. And it just goes wherever it goes, which is fun.
It's good. I like it. But yeah, my phone's like, hey, it's 8:30, and I'm going, I need to.
You gotta go.
I gotta get going. I gotta get up from this chair and get some stuff done before 9 o'clock rolls around.
All right. Well, okay, then on that note, everybody, we will head out and let everybody carry on with their night, whatever that looks like for everybody. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. This is always fun, just sitting and knitting and chatting.
Absolutely. I like the mid-month motivation.
Yeah, because it's just no pressure.
Yeah.
We don't have everything done.
Thursday the 1st is looking a little sketchy for me, but today's pretty chill.
Today is. It has been a super fun chat. So, all right. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks then on the 1st.
It's true.
And it is, I think it actually is September 1st, the first Thursday.
It's the first. I
It's
pay
the
rent.
first.
I pay rent on the first. It's the Thursday.
Which means that we don't even have any, I don't know, I guess it doesn't necessarily mean we have extra days, but when it's, September 4th or something, it feels like we have an extra few days in there.
Yes, we don't. It's a month between each chicken.
I know, it's the same no matter what day it is or how I know.
Yep.
All right, well then, good luck with your check-in projects, Jocelyn.
Good luck with yours.
Thank you. All right, we will see you on September 1st. Everybody have a great night. And you are live Sunday, right? In Northern.
We're live on Sunday, yep, at noon Manitoba time on Northern Knits Podcast. We're going to be doing a State of the Whip. So everybody can watch a whip parade. Watch a whip parade. Yeah.
All right.
It's hard to resist a good whip parade.
That is hard to resist. Okay, guys, and I will be back on Monday. Cheryl and I will be live on the Fiber Friends podcast Saturday morning, and then I will be back here Monday night with another new start.
Excellent.
So have a great weekend. Happy knitting and happy crafting, everybody, and we will see you all later. Good night.
Night.